Welcome to Soul Steps with Dr. Ren. I'm your heart-to-heart walking companion. These short, soulful reflections come straight from my morning devotion walks. Think of it as a chat with your bestie that feeds your mind and spirit. Walk with me or just listen and get ready to feel uplifted, informed, and inspired. Good morning, friends. Happy Sunday. Beautiful day today. It is almost 7 a.m. in the year of our Lord, 2025, where I'm coming to you from. And I realized the past couple of days, my uploading process has been not great. And I have basically had videos stuck. Like Thursday and Friday never loaded. I realized that yesterday. Got Saturday loaded, and I don't know. I do love recording the soul steps. I don't love how hard it is to get to share. And I'm not sure whether this is more for me, a benefit of a habit and a practice, or maybe someone will find a random soul steps one day, or maybe my children will when I'm dead and gone. If the internet still exists, they will enjoy having my voice. Who knows? I am just trying to stay present in the present moment and not over design or over plan. I've got my very bleached out hoodie from The Wiz. Love that musical. I was Ada Pearl in The Wiz in the high school production many moons ago. And sweet thing, let me tell you about the world and the way things are right. I still know the whole song. It was a great musical. I saw The Wiz with my daughter, and that was the year before we started getting season tickets to the Fox. I should have gotten a much larger hoodie though, because this one's short on the wrists. And then I had an issue in my house where the windows need to be replaced. It caused a lot of mold to grow on some of my clothes. This was one of them. So I had gotten this mildew spray. Didn't realize it was bleach. I don't know why, because it did smell like bleach. Anyway, bleached out. I might turn this into a tie-dye bleach project though. See if my son can help me with that. Because I think that would actually look really cool. I like the way that bleach on black turns out. It's see a little stain there? Anyhow, it's a beautiful Sunday. I am working on finishing my devotion book this weekend. Trying to meet my self-imposed deadline. It's getting a little tight, and I am only on week 2 in terms of the editing process. But I believe that the Lord will provide for me. I believe that the Lord will provide for me. So I'm gonna try to stay focused pretty hard because I got all kinds of things on my mind. Like this morning, I was up early and I was working on registering my business, disabled minority woman, disabled veteran woman, minority owned business, all these different things, so that I need to access some capital. So I was up researching that, and I'm trying to put that down because that's not as time sensitive as finishing my book. I really need to finish my book. I'm so excited about it, and I need to stay focused on it. And it is actually ministering to me again. even after I've written the words, I'm going back and reading it. And I mean, it would take me like I might have to do a second edition where I add more personal stories. There's not a lot of personal stories in this book. I might just like add a few reflections, go back and find some of my words of the day that I've posted already, and put them in there because it feels a little sterile. It's very like anybody could have written it, sort of. It's how it feels to me. It's just missing it's missing a little bit of me in there. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to infuse more of myself in it. I'm going to try. I have a word for you today. Basically, I just want to talk about lost and found. I have lost so many things over the course of my life, from youth until this morning. I just lose stuff. Most of the time, I lose things because of carelessness, lack of mindfulness, being an automaton. Like a couple of weeks ago, I got dressed and I had this really cute outfit on, and I had these hot pink teardropped wooden mosaic style earrings that I got from Paparazzi, that like home-based business. And they're lightweight, and usually there goes that squirrel again. Not a fan of squirrels. Maybe they're gonna go the route of the owls and they'll be my best friends soon, but so far no. So usually when I wear the lightweight earrings like that, I'll kind of clamp them down. I'll kind of like squeeze the back so that it doesn't easily fall out. Lost a lot of earrings in my life. Brighton, the company Brighton, who has all the hearts. I went through a major Brighton era, and they had these Reno style heart earrings that I loved so much I would lose them. I think I might have bought like 6 pairs of these earrings. Still, these earrings do not ever want to stay in a pair. In fact, just yesterday I was going to wear them, and I had one earring upstairs. I remembered I saw the other earring downstairs, but that's only one pair, and I have purchased so many pairs of these earrings. They were my favorite earrings. I only wore these earrings for maybe years. They are so cute, but couldn't keep up with these earrings. I've lost a lot of earrings. I had a whole brass fringe earring phase, and I've lost several earrings of that style. Purchased many duplicate, but the one that I first got that I lost made me so sad. I lost that one somewhere in this neighborhood walking. It fell out when I was walking the dog and bent over and just didn't feel it. I've lost, did I have a wedding band my first marriage? I don't know that I actually had like a wedding band. What did it look like? I definitely lost something. In fact, I've lost and found wedding rings numerous times. That's a whole thing. My husband, on the other hand, he loses and doesn't recover. So he lost this gold chain I bought him as a wedding gift. He lost his wedding ring at least 4 times, had it remade. We're no longer replacing the wedding ring. Yeah, it was ridiculous. I mean, he's a surgeon, so that's his excuse. He'll take it off to scrub in. Won't use any of the systems that I have suggested. Not an accessory person. The only accessory my husband wears are socks. Does it? No necklace, no watch, no ring, no scarf, no hat. It's not his thing. I've lost so many earrings. I've lost my wedding band twice and found it. I lost my engagement ring recently, found it. So what else have I lost? Oh, when I was young, I wore my dad's Central High School football jersey. I used to wear it to high school. And I was in a play And I was wearing the jacket, and I think I put it off to the side. There's no reason why this should have been completely lost, but I did. I lost this high school football jersey. Devastated. What else of value have I lost? I lose everyday objects all the time. In fact, just recently, I had these headphones. I have two pair. One is mine, one was my husband's, but he doesn't wear them. So I use both of them, and I use them every day. So I just kind of alternate and charge them. I had two chargers. I had lost one charger for the longest time. Found it. Well, the other day when I was traveling out of town, I went to unplug one of the chargers to pack in my charging bag. I was rushing that day. I don't know where it is. It's lost. It's lost. Sometimes I lose most of the time I lose things because I'm moving too fast. So if I can slow down and visualize, access my unconscious, I can find it. So I'm also really good at finding things, like crazy good. Like, for example, my kids have been really into this designer, Illis Club. Designer is Gavin Pennington. He's the son of a friend whose our mothers are very good friends. And our fathers are physicians, kind of like basically grew up in the same neighborhood. I feel like in a very similar house. Well, very similar. We grew up in the same neighborhood. So he's got a clothing line, Illis Club, and the clothes are expensive. High quality, very high quality, super comfortable. And my kids are like obsessed with it. So my 15-year-old ordered some shorts and a t-shirt that came while I was out of town. While I was out of town. So I come back from out of town. He's like, Mom, where's my clothes? I'm like, bruh, I wasn't here. Why would I know where your clothes are? He's like, I put them right here. Like, basically in the kitchen on the island, right in front of the trash can. I'm like, somebody could throw it in the trash. He's like, why would someone throw my clothes in the trash? I'm like, I don't know. So later on that day, walking around my house, go in my bedroom, the randomest location in my dresser, which is not organized, on top of my dresser, that's where they were. So I sent them to him. He's like, where did you find these? I'm like, never doubt my powers, because I'm always finding stuff. The kids are careless too, so they'll put stuff down. I'll notice it. Later they'll be like, where did you find that? So I'm very good at finding things. Often will lose things. So, interesting. Sorry about that. So I think you get the point. I've lost a lot of things. I found a lot of things. So last night, as I'm getting ready for the evening, about to read a story to my son, I go to check on my daughter. I go in her room, and I notice that on her jewelry case that I had purchased for her, a necklace is missing. And this is a ruby and diamond necklace that my mother gave her. And my mother got it from my father, my late father, my recently deceased father, as a 40th wedding anniversary gift. Beautiful little, very nice thick chain, beautiful pendant, kind of like a teardrop, rubies, diamonds. It's quite beautiful. And I might find a picture of it, see if I can find a picture of it and post it in the video, because I'm trying to manifest this thing back, okay? She's not the first time she lost it. She lost it several months ago, and I asked her where her necklace was. She didn't know where it was. She said, oh, I went to track, and I took it off. I'm like, you took it off in track? At track practice? She's like, I didn't like how it was bouncing. My children are their father's children. They are very comfort focused. They don't want to wear clothes that are uncomfortable. Anything that is uncomfortable to their body, they do not want. And also, no accessories, right? So she took the necklace off during track practice, And no idea. She's like, I think I put it in my bag. I'm like, you think you put it in your bag? Like, no concern at all. I don't know how much the necklace was, y'all. I'm not sure how much it cost, but it's really more sentimental value at this point. And so after a while, I asked her to look for it. She can't find it. Later, I go through her bag. I found the necklace. I said, okay, you can't wear this to school anymore because you can't be relied upon to keep track of this necklace. Okay, 15-minute crew. Y'all are done. You're stretching. Congratulations. But hang on with me because you got to hear the rest of the story. So I got her this hanging jewelry storage, and I put the necklace there, and I said, don't wear it to school anymore. You can wear it for special occasions only, and put it right back here when you're done. She said, okay. I said, it's very special. It's valuable. Don't lose it again. She said, okay. Well, Halloween, she goes out trick-or-treating with her friends, and then they go to an after party. On that day, this year, I went to art gallery showing. Pretty sure that was also Halloween because I remember her calling me trying to get like a charger for her phone, and I was like, I'm not here, you're gonna have to figure something out, you're with your friend, blah blah. Well, she got back late that day, and no one knows what happened after that with respect to the necklace. She thinks she took it off. She thinks she takes things off a lot of times in the bathroom. Maybe place it on the side of the sink. But there also are places in her room on her keyboard where she will take things, put them there. So I'm not happy last night. I'm tired. But now I start to get focused on finding this necklace. I'm like, you need to get off the phone. I'm like, get off the phone. You need to look for this necklace. Get up right now. So she reluctantly puts her phone down, her iPad, and starts looking around. I start looking around. She's got piles of clothes everywhere, teenager. And does not find the necklace. I look in all the reasonable places that would be easy to find, and we can't find it. So I gave up. I don't think I scolded her. I was just like, I don't understand why you're not concerned. Or maybe I said something like, why wouldn't you put it right here? She's like, I was tired. But her face didn't have a lot of concern on it. Her face did not communicate any type of concern. Hey, good morning. So I was like, not enough concern. That bothered me. And I was definitely perturbed. But I didn't yell at her. I didn't shame her. I was super disappointed, hurt. And I went about my business. Go to sleep, wake up. Just told you what I did this morning. And then I thought, I'm going to pray. Pray, St. Anthony, St. over lost things. Hey, doesn't cost you anything to pray. So and then I pray, pray to Heavenly Father God, and say, I would prefer to find this necklace, and I would really like to find it. And I know that there's some grief tied up into this feeling, because it was one of the more recent items that my dad got from my mom, and it was a beautiful time in their relationship where he was able to, do this for her. And it was a, special anniversary that year, the Ruby anniversary. We also took them on a cruise to Alaska. And my husband and I took them on a cruise to Alaska, which was a lovely, lovely memory. And so the necklace is holding the memory of my parents being loving and committed, which, wasn't always true. And my father's gone. My mother's, dying of cancer, essentially. There's no nice way of saying that. And then I have my daughter, who's, the next generation, who is a teenager, so not fully, not fully sensitized to things because she's 13. And so I was thinking about that, and I was remembering all the things I've lost. I couldn't even find my glove for my right hand this morning. So I kind of chuckled at that, like, okay, God, you're taking my Enneagram 8. You're reminding me to go to my heart. This is why I have started to surround myself with hearts all the time, just as like a prompt to go to the heart. That is the path to the healthy 8 on the Enneagram. So I wear heart every day. My heart necklace that I have on right now that I got for my 40th birthday from my husband, which I won't be giving to my daughter anytime soon. Y'all gotta forget that. But I wear that heart every day. And I also have other hearts that I wear. So, so I was thinking about that. And I was thinking about loss. Loss is not just the people that you've lost. You can lose a sentimental item and feel as if you're losing what you've attached to it. One of my mentors wrote a book about this power of ordinary things. It's a lovely little small book, delightful little book. He's a psychoanalyst. I forget the first part of the title, but it was about the power that ordinary things can hold because of the meaning that we place on them. So, what is this lost and found? How does this relate? I'm sure you've lost something. Everybody's lost something. Even if it was a favorite pen or some memento or some sentimental item. Or have you ever lost anything while traveling? That's a terrible feeling. I lost a water bottle, and it's irreplaceable. I know it's a water bottle, but it was a custom water bottle from the startup company, from a program, the Strongwell program. It was purple. I loved it, and I must have left it on the counter when I was traveling back from Nashville one day. And I even have a picture the day I lost it. So I took a selfie that day with my water bottle, and then I lost it. I've lost and found things while traveling. I left my DSLR camera on a plane, but I had business cards inside, and someone recovered it for me. So it's glorious to find things. It's painful to lose things. The joyous feeling that we have when we find things is in part relief because of the pain that happened when we were learning how to live with what was lost. I lost my wedding ring. Didn't even know I had lost it until the next day. This was just a couple weeks ago. And then I had changed and wore a different ring on the same finger, and it fell off while I was helping my mom. And I was like, well, maybe this happened. Maybe it's in the laundry. It wasn't there. And it's irreplaceable. The jewelry company is out of business. I have so many meaningful memories of finding the ring with my sister-in-law, Marnice, and just, that's really the sweetest part of my ring. It actually doesn't have much to do with the fact that it's my wedding ring. It was really that part that I was feeling sadness over. I prayed. I said I would really prefer to find this ring. And I went to look for it in the minivan. I'd been so many places that day, moving so fast. And I got out, couldn't find it. I looked down on the ground. There it was, in my driveway. You could say, oh, well, it fell off, blah, blah. It wasn't there when I looked around. I find it miraculous. I believe in miracles. So I'm telling myself that it was a miracle. Both times. The other time I lost my ring was December, right before New Year's, a couple years ago. and I had gotten in an argument, a very rare, extremely rare for my husband and I to have that type of argument, like where it was actually a verbal exchange of words that were unkind. We don't do that. We quiet fight. We just stop talking. So we were driving in the car, and he said some sharp words. I shared some sharp words. Kids were in the car. I mean, it wasn't like, it's not what you're thinking, because you've got to take what you're thinking and make it like 2%, because we're not fighters. So it was like, he said something snarky. I said, that's not fair. I was mad. I was super, super mad. Furious, even. And I lost my ring that day. And I was like, okay, I'm not that mad. Wasn't that mad, but I was pretty mad. And even though he was sort of like frustrated himself, quasi cloaking that and trying to care for me and protect me, but really he was just tired and overwhelmed. I didn't like what was said. And anyway, so I prayed like, oh God, don't let this be the way I lose my wedding ring. Don't let this be the way the story ends. And it was like 4 days later, I found my wedding ring in the center of the carpet, perfectly centered by the front door, which I don't go in and out of my front door. I go in and out of my garage. Hadn't even been there. Now, the non-miracle explanation would be it was the cat. If you believe the cats move wedding rings, that is the only non-miraculous explanation I can give for the fact that I took my wedding ring off and put it down in the kitchen, and that's where I had put it, taken off, and it disappeared from there and showed up someplace else. I either took it off in the kitchen or in my bathroom. But I believe in miracles, so I say that it was a miraculous manifestation of my ring, because I had prayed to the Lord. This is me. That's just me. So, am I praying that I find the ruby necklace? Yes, I am. Am I praying for that? Absolutely. I'd like to find the Apple Watch too that I'm paying for. That's also MIA and somewhere in my hungry house. Love to find that. If I don't find it, I am at peace with the fact that, those memories are still mine to hold. And I still have plenty of other pieces of jewelry. The earrings that I wear every day are a gift from my dad to my mom. I have a solitaire diamond pendant necklace that my dad gave to my mom that I have. I have a beautiful ruby and diamond bracelet. It's kind of dated, but lovely. That a lot of jewelry that my dad gave my mom over the years. So I can let it go. But it's hard. Letting go is hard. So, it's like we're moving into the season of holidays where a lot of us are reminded of everything we've lost this year. When they have like year in review things, they'll be like, here's all the people that we lost this year, and in memoriam, and in your own life. The holidays are a time where you think about who's not there this year that was there the year before. And maybe, you took some of those people for granted. So, I think my lesson for you today is to cherish the things that you have while you have them, to care for them, and to try to not move so fast through life that you carelessly lose them. Because that's really all the times I've lost things is because I was unconscious about them. Wasn't consciously focused on them, and I lost them. And if you need to let things go, know that it's hard to do, but it can be done. You can release them, and that you don't have to have a rage. If somebody else loses something that was treasure to you, you can have compassion and kindness towards them. And I think that's a good thing. So that's what I have for you today, guys. Remember to move your body with love and intention today. And remember that I love you. Bye.